Hey guys, welcome back to this PM session for us tonight. As you can see, I've already got a trade on here. All we got to do now is just look and see what we can do with this trade. Alright, I'm just checking everything here. Alright, let's just give a minute for everybody to hop on and we'll go through it. Alright, let's see who is joining us tonight. Okay, let's have a look. Let's just make sure everything works. Alright, everything seems to be in good working order here. As you can see, I've already got a trade on, and let's run through the trade quickly. Let's take my face off so you guys can see. Alright, so if we look at this chart, we can see I've marked out some equal highs here, and it's lining up with this pivot. But the actual target is this one here. Why this one? Because that lines up with this nice fair value gap. This is where my target is, and I can actually move that up to, let's make it 8,000 on the dot. And that's it. This is equal lows here. There's so much liquidity here, so I'm more than happy for us to take it all the way up there. But obviously it's not going to go up in a straight line, so we just need to be very cognizant about that. Alright, so obviously the other thing is we've got plenty other liquidity higher up, but I think if we can just get to this, if we do this, let's just go back to a 15-minute. We've got all this other liquidity up here. If we can break through that, we're most likely gonna run all the way up there. But for now, I'm happy to take easy wins, or not easy wins, close liquidities and not try to be greedy and try to hold on for too long and then basically get smashed on the way up. Alright, let's just give it a moment here, and I want to see if we can get more people on this live stream, because I think this is a good opportunity for making money. So let's see what we can do here. Okay, so if you guys are on here, let me know who's on, so I know who's joining today. Right, so now we're just gonna keep a nice close eye on this trade. Obviously good to see a trade actually going for some liquidity here. And I can tell you guys one thing. When I start monitoring this trade, I looked at this area here and I thought to myself, okay, liquidity, we're going to bounce through, nice fair value gap, didn't like this price action. I gave it some time. Sure enough, we broke lower and I knew there was a pivot point down here, but also if you guys followed me on the AM session, I want to show you. I probably took it off now, but on the 15 minutes there were another fair value gap that we basically obviously stopped into perfectly. Like we said, have a look at my AM session live stream, then you'll see that's exactly what we've put out. It played out nicely, and that's exactly where we saw price turned around down here in line with this pivot. I got in early because I expected this to break. We did close above it. I told myself if we're not, I'll just collapse the trade, but luckily I stuck to the trade and this was my first target. We went through it. I expected some sort of a pullback and there was another. Now it's just grinding slowly, but we've got this equal highs here, we've got a pivot here, we've got this fair value gap with more fair value gap on top of that, but these highs just below it. So that's obviously nice liquidity, and now we just see if we can ride it up to the top. Right, so let's have a look. Nice movement there at this point. Alright, so now it's a waiting game for us, guys. This is where we can sit. We can obviously push our stops up. Why did I put it there? There's fair value gaps here. Maybe that's a breakaway gap. I mean, there's a swing low, swing low, swing low. I don't want to trace it too close, because I think if we get here we might see some sort of pullback and then go through it. This would be a nice trade if we can get this thing to go all the way to the top. This would be a really, really nice trade. If you look at my community, I actually posted this earlier to say watch these equal highs, and yeah, if that was something that you kept an eye on, that's obviously a nice trade if you took part in it. Obviously, again, not financial advice, just for journaling purposes, and if you saw the same thing, then obviously it's great. Alright guys, let me know, do you guys think I am gonna get to the 8,000 mark, or do you guys think I'm gonna get to this level and then turn around and get stopped out? What do you guys think? Let me know what levels you guys are watching, and if you're new to this or just joined in, I'd really appreciate if you guys can like this this live stream, and yeah, if you find value in this, let me know. If there's things you guys want me to focus on more, also let me know. And I mean, that's the whole reason for this live stream, is not just to have live streams, but also to you know, focus on some aspects of the trading that you see we go through. And we've got a live market, and then why not just test it? Right, let's see if we can get there. Right, let's see if we're gonna get the slow grind all the way to the top, or are we actually gonna see some speed taking this to this level to this level. Alright, so let's, those who just joined, guys, we're trying to get past these equal highs into this fair value gap, and yeah, that's what we're looking for now. And then obviously above that there's small liquidity, but I want to see what reaction we're going to get here for now. Right, let's see. Okay, let's see if we can push there. When we get close to that, guys, we normally you would see some acceleration. So maybe we see a quick push through it, or a quick push and an immediate rejection. So we just need to keep an eye on that. And how we close above these equal highs and in here is also key. I guess if we close strongly above it, then we might invert this to go higher. But let's have a look. Ta-da, ta-da. Again, guys, this is one of those one trades that you look forward and not try to place a million trades. in this area and lose, and up and lose, and just wait for that one sign to give you momentum and knowing where the liquidity is, and then, like they say, you're off to the races. But we have not got a winning trade until our take profit's been hit, so let's just keep it calm and cool and try just to secure $1,500 there, in case this thing decides to run all the way down again. So they say you must wear these glasses when you're on this. Helps with the lighting and the screens and all of that, they say. So hopefully that helped me see more profits as well. Okay, so let's see. See if we're going to get all the way to that target, or are we going to get just before it and turn around, like we saw in our earlier sessions, AM session this morning. Come on, give us the speed. That's all we want, is speed. What time is it now? Alright guys, the next candle is taking us into the macro, starting at 1450, and this is where we most probably will see some momentum, hopefully to the top side and not to the downside. Right, so let's look at it. 1-0. Let's see if we can get some speed now. Okay, give us a nice big fat white candle. Okay, so underneath all these swing points here, these are all liquidity as well. So at some point we'll see a move down, Hopefully not now. And yeah, just take those liquidity on the top side first. Come on. Promise you guys, this will be so annoying if the market turn around here and go all the way down. Okay, well, so we're getting the big candles. Only problem is in the wrong direction, right? Okay, so I think if we're making a swing point with this big black candle now, I'm most probably going to put my stop just below that. But then that must stay, and I need this white candle close more up here. Interesting. Right, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to close this trade. I'm going to take the profit. And I'm going to wait and see when we're going to turn. The reason I'm closing that, I'm just worried we're going all the way down here, back to this fair value gap here. We filled all these other gaps, but not this one here or even this one down here. And I don't want to be in a situation where I know I brought my stop to $1,500, but there was $4,000 on the board when I made that decision. So let's see, was that the right decision, or did I just got scared, or what was it? So let's have a look. All right. Okay, let's have a look. IFG there. Okay, let's buy it. Bit late, I could have waited for the test. But that's fine. Okay, I'm going to try to take it all the way there. That is if this thing does not, you know, trending down now. That's what I don't get this week. We've got all these equal highs and stuff, and we just not seeing it. Just not seeing it. So this swing point here could be the stop loss. If it wants to break lower, then it must stop me out, and then it's done. Again, we inverting both sides. Amazing, guys. This is just amazing. If we want this as a swing point to stay, this candle needs to go and take this high out in order to go into our direction, and not take this low out. So it's important for us to get some sort of movement up through. That's it. That's exactly what we wanting to see. But don't pin down now. Close like that, it's perfect. Right, now we can see those highs. Okay, so let's see. Those two black candles hopefully will hold price if you want to come down, and then send it higher. You can actually move this up there because we've done some damage down here already. And now we want to see price following higher and not lower. Alright, so we are in this fair value gap. To hold price. Alright, that's perfect. Now we want to see the move. Show us the move. There we go. Go push as hard and as best as you can. So far so good. just gonna bring my stop up here. Actually just move it to break even there. Only reason I do that is we broke this high and there's a swing point in this fair value gap, so it's right by my entry, so break even is fine. All I need now is a nice quick move through these highs and then into the top end there. Okay, so there we go through those equal highs now, which are these ones here. Now let's see if we can close above that, then we could see price going even higher. Push up. Go, man. Push, push, push. Push. Oh, I don't like that pin. I don't like that pin. Hope it's not retracing that deep to actually, stop me out. Okay, so we are looking at somewhere around here, which is from the top of these black candle drop to maybe go in there. Maybe this area, yeah. Maybe we see a test in that between those lines. Let's just keep an eye and see. Hopefully those two lines hold price and not stop me out. 50% of this wick is okay, got stopped at break even there. Okay, so we run those highs and let's see what's happening here. See, that's why it's important to manage your stops correctly, because obviously if we close below this now, we might want to go lower. But I mean, if we close within this fair value gap like we just did, I mean, this could still go up, but there's gaps here. Now we need to invert these first before we want to see price going higher. See, I don't like what we're doing here, so might see price trying to go lower here. Alright, so if we take out this low here, we've taken that low out, so we might target this low and then the next low, and then we have to just make sure geez, it's quite strange. I know there's liquidity, 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 and then maybe all the way down here. See if that's where we want to go to now. I would not take a short here. I mean, some people might, because they would see this as some break-in structures for retest. Maybe, again, I've got too much business up here, so might want to look if we get all the way down here for some sort of a buy. Maybe that's where we want to go to, just go down. Alright, if that's what you want to do, then give us some signs to short it. Okay. Alright, so we might see this now. No. Let's do that rather like this. That's the right way to do it. Alright, so this level here, that's where you want to get in. If you confident and got good enough conviction to say we are selling. The momentum has changed direction here. It's quite weird, but remember, we're trading with the market, not against it. So if the market say we're changing direction, then we must listen and do. Okay, let's see. Are we going to get that pullback or not? Are we not? Okay, so I am going to look for some sort of a pullback here and see if it's going to give me the opportunity to take a short. Let's just see. Looks like we're going to get some sort of a pullback. Okay, let's see if we can get it. Come on. Not the best pullback here. I'd like to see a deeper one. Come on. I always see that little bit of a spiky, and maybe see manipulation to the top and then continue lower. Okay, here we go. Nope, not yet. Not yet. Right, so I'm tempted, but I'm not going to take this because of, if you looked at swing high to that swing low, we so in discount, deep discount in that move, and you don't want to sell in that discount. You want to see us come up all the way to this 50% mark. Yes. Okay, so let's see if we're gonna get that now into this area right here. Let's just mark that out. Let's see if we can get there now. Alright, so now we've seen this little spiky action here, and now hopefully we're gonna see some push in there. So we gotta keep an eye on this first. Come on, we can get there. A lot of spikiness. Come on, we can get there. Just want to look at something quickly. Alright, so we're moving, but we're moving very slowly. So now we just need to wait and see where are we going. Still just sideways action. This is insane actually. We're gonna get a move at some point. We're not in that premium yet to sell, so don't hit that FOMO when you see moves like this. Remember, this was a black candle once, now it's a pin. That was one, now it's a pin. This one is a black candle, could end up in a pin. And I'm not sure why this is actually why it's not moving. So I guess we're just gonna have to sit and watch and be patient. It's amazing, amazing. We are going into this little, I mean, just give us some sort of movement, not no movement. Let me tell you guys one thing. Anybody who saw this, they thought, oh, we're missing the move. They jumped in here. Now they're stuck in here. This is now killing you. Wondering what in the world. But we are sitting patiently and we are waiting. So we're not going to rush it. Because remember, that's how we lost money yesterday, right? So we really need to make sure we manage this properly. Huh. Come on, don't keep us dying like this. Crazy. It's amazing. I mean, we've got all that liquidity up there and we steer away from it and then we do nothing. This I can tell you guys, this is not, and I would still not sell this, short this, because up here I would look at a short, but looking at this I don't like it. I mean, it's moving now, but it's fine. I need a better entry than that. I mean, maybe, yeah, not maybe, just didn't take it. Didn't even get to that black candle's bodies there. So I don't actually know, yeah. What we got to do now is just wait. Look, we know where we want to go to. We know we want to get to this area here. And maybe there will be a bounce here, or maybe it's just smash through it and continue lower, leaving all this liquidity up here for whatever reason. But also I wouldn't short it here. Maybe we can mark this out. See if that's something we want to go test. And that would be a swing high here. There, test to go lower. That could potentially be something. Let's put something in there and see. Okay, well, let's keep an eye on this. See if you want to get all the way there or not. Cheapest, no action at all. Alright, I'm just going to take this off because obviously it didn't trigger, and we're almost down where we said we expecting price to go, and we have not taken silly trades here. It would have played out though, but what we got to do now is we got to see what price does in this fair value gap. Do we want to go lower in the bottom end, this fair value gap here, or is this one good enough? Okay, well, let's just wait. Alright, we've got 30 minutes left for the session. So obviously got to do something. Well, we don't have to trade, but hopefully the market does something. Something exciting. Right, so let's see if we can get a little bit of a pullback here and give us some reason to maybe take a short. But I guess we'll have to wait and see, right? Fair value gap's way up there. Talking about this one here. Let's see if there's any other. There's a little gap here. I mean, if you really look at this, let's see if we're actually going to get into that zone. So maybe we're not getting all the way there, but this two lines here, spike through it, that's your premium right above that. Let's see if it's going to give us anything, or is it just going to drop? And there's this is actually now actually more important, because there's a fair value gap with a high, a low and a low, so we might want to see price dip into that. So maybe let's try a short here. Okay, see if we can get down there. Okay, so now we're closing above it, so which is not the greatest. We want to see a close candle here. At least half of this candle be closed with a black candle. Let's make it a $2,000 target. Right, keep going down. Push down. Come on, you can take that low out. Is where you want to go, right? Come on, push. Alright, I put my stop at break even here, because I feel we've got momentum to go down into that target of ours. That would be a nice one if it doesn't disappoint. But for now, let's see if we can get that down in there. Come on. Remember, the stop is at break even. We draw those lines. We got it there. Rejected there, which is great. Now I just need to see the follow through to take these lows out and into our target, yeah. Don't go stop there now. What is it with the market today? Come on, push down. I want to see a quick move down in there because there's liquidity sitting there and not small candles. Come on, you're so close. All you got to do is pump it down there. Come on. Come on, push it. Push it. Gotta be, there we go. There we go. Alright, so I think we're just over $6,000 or close to $7,000 for this PM session, which is great. Now, my interest is, look, I think we might go even lower to let me just take my face off, then I can show you guys. Right, let me take my face off here so I can show you guys. Alright, so this is a pivot line, this orange line. Don't worry too much about it. I always put it there for me to if I've got targets to obviously see if it confluence with that. But anyways, there's another fair value gap here, so we could see this thing punch in there and close back into this fair value gap. If it does that, I won't just buy it. I will wait and see market break this. And there's some other fair value gaps here, but for now it's close to the end of the day. So I mean, we've got so much liquidity on the top side over here. We've got liquidity over here. So all the way to this 19,600 level. So what we need to do now is we just need to keep an eye. Guys, I don't like it when price is stuck between two fair value gaps. And because that makes me nervous, and that normally could go up or down. So for now, let's just see what it does here. Okay guys, don't forget to like this page or the stream if you find any value. If obviously if there's anything specific you guys want me to focus on or chat about or demonstrate or anything to that extent, feel free to pop it in the comments below. And I mean, we can either do it now, we can wait for the next live stream and use the examples for that. Alright, so why I'm going to take this fair value gap off is because of this one. This is now a new fair value gap that can get inverted. Why would I look at this? We go into a fair value gap, we invert another fair value gap, that will be bullish for me. Okay. If we do that, guys. Alright, so let's do this. Let me show you guys on a hourly. Let's go 4 hours. Because I see there's some people asking where to next. This is what I see, guys. We've got all this liquidity. All those blocks here. This is all liquidity. We have not taken any of this liquidity. So we see this big drop down. And we currently, on the 4 hour, we in this fair value gap. So that to me is bearish, right? So in theory, this is most probably the target, but there's a bigger target here. And I need you guys to understand this. This is a target that's been marked out for a very long time. Sorry, I'm going to go to a weekly one, just so you guys can see it better. Alright, so this level here, if we keep going down, as you can see, a big sell-off for the last few weeks. This level here, this is the 18,960 level. That is a target. 50% of this wick here is around, I don't know, around here. That's a target. But then we've got this low and this low. These are equal lows. That is a target we've been trying to hit a while back. We forgot about it, and now it's back into the picture. But if you look at this, these equal lows, I mean, that's at a, what, 17,787 level. That's far from where we are, but seems like the way it's going now, it's not that far-fetched. But I'm not going to work on this weekly. I'm just saying that's more long-term stuff. If we go to an hourly, and it's just amazing that price is just dropping. And for now, we're just going to have to play this downside move. Because I'm only trading on the 1 minute, it makes it difficult for me to tell you where to next. Because what I do is I literally trade from liquidity to liquidity, and these are the liquidities. And in my mind, I can actually take this off now, all these lines. So I'm not saying, guys, this is where we're going now. I'm saying, and why this fair value gap up here is so important is because there's liquidity right below it. I'm saying we went down, we went up. Look, there's fairly equal highs there. We just ran it now, and then we drop. We could see this low get taken out, and then tomorrow some sort of a move up or just continuation to the downside. So for now, I'm very neutral at this point, because we ran this little equal highs here. There's in this fair value gap, guys, there's liquidity right there. And because the reason I say that is we've got this high, we've got these highs on the left. Nothing filled that fair value gap. So for me, we can go down here, we can go back up here, and maybe run these highs here into this fair value gap. But tomorrow is Friday. I don't know if that's what we're going to do. So for now, I mean, this was the trade that I took. I don't know directly from now. I have to wait for the market tomorrow to show me where it wants to go. Does it want to continue lower? Because remember, on the higher time frames, we are in a bearish fair value gap, so we are still bearish there. But looking at the lower time frame, I mean, the market doesn't go up and down in a straight line. There's always pullbacks. At this point, we thought we we're going to go all the way up here, but then the market has changed and shifted. I don't like that price action. This price action you see here, That's exactly the same price action you saw on the higher time frame, and it eventually dropped. So we could still see the continuation down on the longer time frame, but for now let's just focus on what we can see over here. If we invert here, that would most probably be a sign for a little bit of a buy, but I won't just buy it. And the reason being is too many candles within this to invert. It's not A plus. If that white candle there was the only candle that invert, I would have taken a long, target these highs, and yeah, so we just have to be careful with these things, guys. There's always going to be tomorrow. I'll be back on for for the AM, and I'll have a look and see if it's worth trading the PM tomorrow. I will set up reminders in my with my channel, so you can click on the button there to get notified, so you won't miss it when I do a live stream. And there's going to be different targets tomorrow. We still got targets up higher, so maybe that's where we're going tomorrow. So because it's pretty much a down week, so maybe there's a bit of a pullback tomorrow before we close off for the weekend. Alright, so we got about 12 minutes left here. I don't think I'm going to engage in any trades right now. I mean, we'll just call it out. So let's have a look. I don't think this fair value gap, if it inverts here, it's going to be a good inversion. But nothing wrong from keeping an eye and see and just have a look at it. See how it plays out in this paper trade account. Then again, guys, remember, whatever I do and say here, it's not financial advice at all. It's just for educational purposes. Alright, let's see if we're actually going to break through this fair value gap. Might see the push lower here, maybe through that fair value gap. And as we said, that's what it does. Alright guys, I think that's going to be it for today. We've hit our targets, we made some money, and it's ended up being a good day. So thanks for everybody for joining. Thanks for your comments. Thanks for your suggestions, and I'll see you guys in the next live stream. Take care, don't overtrade, and be safe. Bye bye.